Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. Students, in this video we are discussing important topics for defense. This is for March month and it will be quite an important and interesting session, so stay tuned with us till that. Let's start. The first question is name of the joint maritime exercise that was conducted by the Southern Air Command of the Indian Air Force across Lakshadweep and Minicoy Island in Arabian Sea. So what is the name of that exercise? It is exercise Kalari Leap. Important students, take a note of this exercise. This is a joint maritime exercise across Lakshadweep Islands and Minicoy Archipelago in Arabian Sea. So location can also be given that in which ocean or in which sea it was. So it was in Arabian Sea. Next, in Feb, Indian Air Force they successfully conducted exercise Vayu Shakti, where it was in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. This Vayu Shakti exercise, it was conducted by Indian Air Force at Pokhran Field Firing Range in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. Right here, Mi-17, C-130J, C-17, Jaguar, right, Mirage 2000, Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet, they all took part in this exercise. Next, identify that INS nicknamed Dolphin Hunter that was commissioned at Chennai port in Tamil Nadu to enhance anti-submarine warfare and coastal surveillance capabilities. So find that missile system, name that Indian naval ship. It is INS Anjadeep. Right. Next is in March, Ministry of Defence has signed a contract worth how much amount for the procurement of advanced light helicopters Mark III and surface to air vertical launch Sthil missile system for the Indian Navy. So what is the amount? It is 5,083 crore rupees. Take a note of this. This is the amount of contract that was signed by Ministry of Defence for these advanced light helicopters, that is Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III for maritime role and surface to air launch vehicle, that are your Sthil missiles for Indian Navy. Next, identify the shipyard that signed a contract with Indian Navy in March for the construction of 4 500-ton self-propelled fuel barrage. So identify that shipyard. Which is the shipyard? It is Soft Shipyard. Right, important. The fuel barge will be constructed here in accordance with the IRS, that is Indian Register of Shipping classification rules, ensuring high standard of quality and safety. Next, identify the joint military exercise between India and Seychelles that held its 11th edition in March at the Seychelles Defence Academy in Victoria with tri-service participation from Indian Armed Forces. It is Lamitya. This is the name of the joint military exercise, right? It is between Indian Armed Forces, not Indian Air Force, Indian Armed Forces and Seychelles Defence Forces. Next, identify the international organization that commenced at the biennial Arctic military exercise Cold Response across Finland and Norway. So, identify that international organization. It is NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The military exercise will continue till 19th of March. Next, Union Minister Rajnath Singh has recently released the vision document Defence Force Vision 2047. We know in 2047 India will be attaining 100 years of independence, right? This is a roadmap for future ready Indian military and to build a developed military aligned with the vision Viksit Bharat. Next, mention the indigenous system whose in-flight release trials were conducted by DRDO and the Indian Navy from P-8 type Poseidon aircraft between 21st of Feb to 1st of March off the coast of Goa. It is air droppable container ADC 150. Next, which defense technology company laid the foundation stone of the world's first autonomous maritime shipbuilding center in Andhra Pradesh? It is Saga Defense Engineering Private Limited. Next, identify the USA-led multinational anti-submarine warfare exercise in which Indian Navy participated at Anderson Air Force Base in Guam. Exercise name is Sea Dragon. Next, Name the exercise in which Indian Navy participated in the march in Australia using INS Nilgiri. So location is Australia of this exercise, and from Indian side INS Nilgiri took part in this exercise. Question is, what is the name of that exercise? It is exercise Kakadu. Next is, identify the operation launched by Indian Navy to secure India-bound energy vessel through Strait of Hormuz. Important question, students. Very important question. It is Operation Urja Suraksha. We know that because of West Asia war right now, the Strait of Hormuz was blocked by Iran, right? And in order to procure the vessels, energy vessels from which crude oil and natural gas was coming to India, to procure them safely and come back, make them back safely to India, this mission, Operation Urja Suraksha, was launched. Very important question, students. Next, name the project that was launched by Indian Air Force in March for India's first helicopter-dropped unmanned aerial system. So, name that project. The project is, what is the name of that project? It is, tell me, among the following, what is the right option here? It is Project Vayu Ban. This was launched here, right? And Directorate of Aerospace Design is the agency that is leading it. It is of Indian Air Force, correct? And here remember, the small autonomous drone, here it is designed to be dropped from a moving helicopter mid-flight, and after it is released from mid-flight, it will unfold its wings and activates its propulsion system. Next, identify the location where Indian Navy conducted the third edition of the IUNS Maritime Exercise Tabletop Exercise in March 2026. What is the name of that location, or what is that location? It is Kochi, Kerala, where this was held. Next, Indian Army signed their first ever capital procurement contract through Government e-Marketplace with JCB India Limited to procure 93 telescopic handlers under Buy India category at the cost of how much? At the cost of 25.9 crore rupees. So these were your important current affairs, students. Now let's move to the revision part.
Next is, which state became the first in India to draft and approve a comprehensive urban policy in February aimed at managing rapid urban growth and targeting nearly 80% urban population by 2050? Which state we are talking about? It is Kerala state. Then next is, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved 3 railway expansion projects on 14th Feb. These projects were worth about how much? These projects were worth about 18,509 crore rupees. Next, India added a record 52,537 megawatts of power generation capacity in the first 10 months of FY26. Next, name the state that has approved India's first comprehensive graphene policy to position itself as a global hub for graphene research, development and production. So for graphene research, development, production, which state has approved India's first comprehensive graphene policy? It was approved by Kerala state. Next, which Center of Excellence was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan, our Education Minister, while addressing the Bharat Bodhan AI Conclave in New Delhi? So, which Center of Excellence? It is Bodhan AI Center of Excellence. Next, identify the denomination of each stamp released in Feb when the Department of Post issued a set of 8 commemorative postage stamps titled Puppets of India at the India Habitat Center in New Delhi. So, it was 5 rupees denomination. Next, identify the statement which is not among the 7 guiding principles, that is sutras, of India's first comprehensive AI governance framework unveiled by the Government of India in Feb under India AI Mission. Among the following, if we see, profit maximization first is not among the policy sutras here, rest all are the sutras here. Next, identify the article of the Constitution of India under which the Supreme Court has recognized menstrual health and hygiene as a fundamental right in the January month. So it was under the Article 21, that is the right to life and dignity. Under this, menstrual health and hygiene has been declared as a fundamental right. Next, on 16th of Feb, President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am inaugurated the sanitary celebration of Dash in New Delhi that was organized by the Ministry of Culture. That marks, sanitary means 100 years of the script here. So it was for which script? It was all Chiki script. Important. Here a commemorative coin and a postage stamp was also launched here. Next, identify the ecological initiative that the National Highways Authority of India has launched in Feb month along with the national highways to conserve pollinators, enhance biodiversity and promote sustainable infrastructure. It is B corridors. Next, in Feb, the archaeologists discovered around 30 ancient dash 30 ancient Tamil Brahmi inscriptions inside the rock-cut royal tomb of the Egypt's Valley of the Kings, that is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Next, Ajanta Nyok, the Finance Minister of Assam, presented an interim budget of 62,294 crore rupees for FY27 in the State Legislative Assembly in Dispur, Assam, ahead of the upcoming State Assembly elections. Next, identify the city where the 23rd edition of the BioAsia 2026 Asia's premier life sciences and health tech forum was held from 17th to 18th of Feb. It was held at Hyderabad, Telangana. Next is identify the commodity that the Food Corporation of India agreed to supply under an MOU with the World Food Programme in Feb month for global hunger relief. It was rice. Right, so which is the commodity? It was rice. Next, identify the organization that launched a $25 million India Grids of the Future Accelerator during Mumbai Climate Week to modernize India's power distribution network and accelerate the renewable energy integration. Which organization we are talking about? Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet. Next, identify the country that jointly launched the Offshore Wind Task Force with India under the Vision 2035 on 18th of Feb to accelerate the growth of India's offshore wind energy sector. It is UK, United Kingdom. Next, in Feb, Thangam Thanarasu, the Finance Minister of Tamil Nadu, has presented 2.55 lakh crore rupees interim budget for FY27 in the State Legislative Assembly at a Fort St. George in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next, name the government that has launched the Bhu Aadhaar system under UL PIN in Feb to digitize and modernize the land records in the National Capital Region. That is your NCT. So, which state government it is? We are talking about Delhi government. Next is Mizoram's Chief Minister Lal Duhoma inaugurated the Langtak Bridge over Dash River in Aizawl, Mizoram. So, it was over which river? It was over the Long River. And for this, 43.83 crore rupees has been spent. Next, mark the total outlay of the Gujarat state budget for 26-27 presented by the Finance Minister Kanubai Desai, which marked an increase of 10.2% over the 25-26 budget. It is 4,08,053 crore rupees. Next, name the state where the Provincialization Management System portal for venture educational institutions and their staff was launched on 18th of Feb. It is Assam. Next, Union Minister Piyush Goyal has launched 7 additional interventions under the EPM Export Promotion Mission, which has a total outlay of 25,060 crore rupees for FY26 to FY31 at empowering the MSMEs. Right, for empowering MSMEs, this amount has been launched. Next is in Feb, India formally joined as the 12th country of USA-led PEC Silica Coalition. What is this PEC Silica Coalition? It is an organization, or basically it is a led of various countries which come together and they are saying that we will be working towards the supply chain for the products of AI, semiconductors and critical minerals. Right, so to make sure that the processing is not hindered, right, there is no problem in the processing and the supply chain is maintained properly for these semiconductors, critical minerals, right, for data centers, for AI, for that all. Next, identify the ministry responsible for implementing the Bonded Labour System Abolition Act of 1976, whose 50th anniversary was marked by the Government of India in Feb 2026. It is the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Next, identify the company that announced the plans to establish India's largest integrated lithium-ion battery gigafactory at Rambili, Anakapalli district of Andhra Pradesh in Feb month. Right option is Vari Energies. Next, choose the location where the Bihar cabinet chaired by Chief Minister Nitish Kumar approved the construction of a greenfield airport in Feb 2026. Right option is Sonpur. Next, name the place where Union Minister JP Nadda has recently launched the indigenous manufactured tetanus and adult diphtheria vaccine on 20th of Feb. Where was this launched? It was in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh. So these were your important current affairs, students. Now let's move to the revision part. The Telugu biography of the President Draupadi Murmu ma'am, Agni Sasuralo Vikaschina Kalam Draupadi Murmu, released in January at Andhra University in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So who authored this book? Yarlagda Lakshmi Prasad. Next, who released the Hindi edition of the autobiography Palanivellu Guts in January in New Delhi? So who released the Hindi version of this? It was released by the Vice President CP Radhakrishnan.
right? And this book, Palanivallu Cuts. This is the autobiography of an eminent surgeon, Dr. C. Palanivallu. Next, who authored the book Chalice of Ambrosia, Ram Janambhoomi, Challenge and Responses, which was released by Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan in January at the Vice President's Enclave in New Delhi. So, Dr. Surendra Kumar Pachuri. Moving on, name the publisher of the book Red Lines Redrawn, Operation Sindoor and India's New Normal, launched by the Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi on 22nd January at the India International Center in New Delhi. So, name the publisher of this book. Who is the publisher? Which organization? It is Konark Publishers Private Limited. These were your books. Now let's move to some obituary students. Suresh Kalmadi, the senior leader of the INC, that is Indian National Congress, passed away in January. Which ministry did he serve as the Union Minister of State between 1995 and 1996? So he served for Ministry of Railways. Next, name the former World Billiards Champion and Major Dhyanchand Award recipient who passed away in January in Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. So right option here is Manoj Kothari. Moving on, choose the veteran Bharatiya Janata Party leader and former Union Minister of State for Communication who passed away in January 2026. So right option is Kabindra Purushottam. Next, Madhav Dhananjay Gadgil, who received the Padma Shri in 1981, Padma Bhushan in 2006 and UN Champion of the Earth Award in 2024, passed away in Pune, Maharashtra. What was his profession? So he was related, or he was a ecologist. Next, identify the former Indian hockey Olympian who was honored with the Major Dhyanchand Award in 2021 who passed away in January in Jalandhar, Punjab. Right option is Devendra Singh Garcha. Next, Thomas Kuthiravattam, the veteran leader of the Kerala Congress and former member of parliament, passed away in January 26. He is from which Indian state? He was from Kerala. Next, Ilyas Pasha, who passed away in January in Bengaluru, Karnataka, represented which sport for India? He represented football. Next, what was the profession of the veteran Padma awardee Sir William Mark Tully, who passed away in January lately? So he was a journalist. Right? He was honored with Padma Shri, fourth highest civilian award in 1992. Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian award in 2005 in the field of literature and education. Next, former BCCI President Inderjeet Singh Bindra passed away at the age of 84. When did he serve as the President of BCCI? From 1993 to 1996. Next, which state lost its Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, who passed away in January following a tragic aircraft crash at Baramati Airport? Right option is Madhya Pradesh.